All right.
And hello, everybody. Welcome back to number 81. And today we have a lot on the agenda, so let's get started right off the bat. Take it over here, buddy.
Okay, everybody. Welcome to Q&A live stream number 81 with special guest Ricky. It's approximately 4:27 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great state of New Jersey. And today is October 24th, 2020. So we have a couple things to talk about. So we're going to...
First, did you guys hear about this awesome, wicked, amazing news?
What's that?
GameStop might be going completely out of business.
Well, GameStop has been struggling for years. So the couple of things I want to talk about was we got some big breaking news yesterday. A couple of things actually. We'll start off with this first. So, expected to be exiting bankruptcy. But just some very exciting news. Lots of jobs will be saved, and people will not be out of a job. So again, I really give Simon Property Group and Brookfield Properties some serious credit for saving this iconic brand. They understand that, JCPenney is an important anchor at some of their shopping malls across the United States of America. So it's an important anchor to save. So I'm glad to see these two property groups stepping in and saving the brand and saving a lot of jobs with it. What's up, Ricky?
So now that it's saved, does that mean no more stores are closing? It's not going to, go completely bankrupt?
Well, they're still going to close stores, but at least it saves a big chunk of jobs. And shopping malls already are getting some hard hits, especially with Century 21 and Lord & Taylor. So yeah, so I'm happy to see that some of these stores are being saved. Hello, Metro Elevators. Hi, Mohammed Sonic Boom. Hello, Dylan D. Jesus.
Let's see. Next Sunday, set your clocks back 1 hour. That is true.
That is true.
Hey, Chris, what's up? I filmed some elevators today in Ocean City.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Awesome.
I mean, we could put those. We might be able to watch. We'll watch those later, buddy.
Yeah,
right?
we'll watch those later.
Let's see. Hello, Dylan D. Jesus. All right. If anybody else has any other things they want to say, someone new just joined. Hello, Metro Elevators. Or you were already here?
Here. Let me hold on. Where did I leave off? Okay, so yeah. So JCPenney is saved, at least for now, but I'm glad to see Simon and Brookfield stepping in. I think it's really important to say that, listen, we've lost Sears at a lot of our malls. Lord & Taylor is going to be gone by December. So I think it's really important for Simon Property Group and Brookfield to step in.
Well, they might save Lord & Taylor's as well.
No, Lord & Taylor's done. Lord & Taylor's done.
They might save one store.
No, they won't. Lord & Taylor's done. Corporate made the decision to close all the stores on August 27th. They're all going out of business.
Let's see. I heard your Target is opening in Summer Point, New Jersey, and plus we need to get a vaccine fast because I'm kind of worried that COVID might get worse again. I mean, you're not wrong. The numbers are going up.
Yeah, no.
And there could be another lockdown.
No.
Especially, not to get into politics, but if Biden gets in.
Let's not get into politics. It's a politic-free zone. Let's not.
Well, I got my Adobe Premiere Element 2021.
Hold on, Ricky. Let me just read some of these.
That's what I'm doing.
I know. I heard that Target is opening in Summers Point, New Jersey. Yes, and that's replacing the last Kmart store that was ever built. Yeah, we need the vaccine.
Would you like a water?
Sure.
I'm going to go grab 2 waters.
Okay. Thanks. Just close the door. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we need the COVID vaccine fast because let me tell you, if we have another lockdown, get ready for more retailers to file for bankruptcy. I mean, we already have the ripple effect, and we're now seeing it from the first lockdown. Gap recently just announced 2 days ago that they're going to be exiting malls by 2023 and 2024, which is also some very bad news in regards to shopping malls right now. But it isn't. Yes, you're right, Texas Elevators. It's very important to get the flu vaccine because that's going to really combat and help us out with not getting more people sick. It might, yeah, but yeah, we know we definitely cannot afford another shutdown. You know, all people need to do, and it's very simple. You know, when you're in public and can't practice social distancing, and you go in a building, this goes on right away, unless you are under the age of 2, and you are, or you have some very rare medical condition which prevents you from wearing a mask. This needs to be on at all times. We cannot afford another lockdown, and we cannot afford for people to lose more jobs. We're already seeing ripple effects from the first wave. Let's not have a second wave. So the most important thing is wear the mask and practice social distancing. So I'll leave it at that in regards to the COVID sector of this live stream.
There's a COVID sector in your live stream. Essentially, what he's saying is wear your mask or we're going to have another lockdown.
Yeah, and we can't afford that. Retail workers cannot afford a second lockdown because if there is a second lockdown, some of them could lose their job right on the spot. So
and some of them could lose their houses, then be homeless, and we don't want that on.
Yeah, so the important thing is wear the mask and practice social distancing. Anyways, moving on from our little COVID discussion. Yeah, I heard about that too.
Hi, Otis.
Yeah, no, it needs to happen. So, all right, so we're going to switch gears here. So you guys heard the news about JCPenney. We went over that, so I'm glad to see that they're being saved. The next most important, the next topic that I want to talk about is BJ's Wholesale Club might be going into the former Sears and Roebuck store at the Willowbrook Mall in Wayne, New Jersey. Now,
that's good.
The reason why I say this is significant news is because there is a Costco wholesale less than a mile away. In fact, within the same Willowbrook shopping complex. It is good to see that BJ's is stepping in and being next to Costco. I think it could work because it could give people options, and I really do think BJ's Wholesale Club is pushing to have a warehouse club in Passaic County because right now they don't have one. So those people in Passaic County have to go to there's the one in Rivervale and East Rutherford, or Paramus rather. So they'd rather have one right within the county, which makes sense in my opinion. So
well, that's really good, BJ's.
What, the wholesale club?
Yeah, that's really good.
No, I know for the area, and that area is already doing well, and that would really complement. I think it would really complement the area that it's in. So,
and in other news, my kind of news.
Oh, Ross Dress for Less is opening in Manahawkin Commons. That's smart. That's smart that they're opening up down there.
In other news,
they don't really have a presence down there.
And if anybody that's a gamer, Watchdog Legions is coming out on Wednesday.
So
in gaming news.
Hi, Nicola Solar. How are you? So yeah. So then we got a couple of updates in regards to Lord & Taylor's liquidation sale. So Lord & Taylor currently is what's it called? They are marking everything from Ricky. Do you mind closing the door? Thanks. Sorry. So Lord & Taylor currently is at 40 to 70% off store-wide, and Century 21 is now 30 to 60% off. So
you want to get out of this? You can talk, Chris.
Okay. I'm just saying close the door. Please. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Well, my laptop is running slow, and I have to wait until my sister comes home. That way I can use my sister's Mac laptop to create videos. Oh, okay. That makes sense. A diner owner in Portland, Maine, schooled a crying toddler that was at the Marcy's Diner. Do not eat there. That's terrible.
Schooled? What does that mean?
Meaning pretty much told the family to get out. Wow, that is terrible. How could they? That's like...
That's a dick move.
Not even a dick move. That's just stupidity. And that's like pissing customers away. And pissing profits away too. Wow. I hope that diner goes out of business. I'm currently at Lord & Taylor's liquidation sale at Walt Women's Shops. Yeah, it's getting sad at Lord and Taylor. As a matter of fact, there's one more Lord and Taylor left for me to visit. So I don't know exactly when I'm going to get there, but I'm either if not this upcoming week, it'll be at some point next week because at this point I just have to get there before they all go under.
There's something we do need to talk about.
What's that?
Remember, you're telling me you're starting to run out of things to film. Didn't you want to talk about it?
No, we're not running. No, we're not running. I'm not running out of things to film. There will be content as time goes on. It's just right now I'm getting to the end of my mall trips for now. But they will be coming back soon. Oh, this is good water, and I'll need this throughout the stream.
How many people we got so far? 20?
No, not 20.
6?
7. Still a good amount.
All right, whoever is not subscribed. We're so close to 900 subscribers, and he would greatly appreciate it. Right, Chris?
Sure. If you have friends, let them know about the channel.
Because
okay.
I want to explain something to you guys. When he makes
wait, shh, don't. You can't. You're not allowed to disclose that.
You don't even know what I was gonna say.
No, I just don't say it.
You don't even know what I'm gonna say.
Just don't say it.
Relax, it'll be fine.
No, just don't say it.
When he makes it to 1,000 subscribers, then he can start going to more places because he can use this as his job, right?
Technically speaking, yes, but we would have to get there. So, yeah, tell your friends, guys, if they're they really want a good channel that involves retail and elevators, just recommend me, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, Lord and Taylor Walt Whitman is depressing. I think I Hate Escalators did a store tour. He's supposed to be uploading Westfield South Shore, but I don't know when he's going to do that. Yeah, I mean, the Lord and Taylor liquidations are getting really depressing. I was at the Quaker Bridge location yesterday, which is one of the two in Jersey, but I'll tell you, it's starting to get sad, and I mean, now they're selling rugs at Lord and Taylor, so it's sad, it really is going to be the end of an iconic American department store chain, and it's an absolute shame that a global pandemic really had to be the end of that iconic chain. But the other problem with them was they suffered from years of bad leadership, whether it was from the May Company, Hudson's Bay, and Latote, which Latote really did not know what to do with them. And Century 21 too is also depressing. The fact that their insurance company turned their back on them is just depressing. And that was a great store. I mean, we had the one up in Paramus, which used to be the former Stearns. There was also the one in Morristown, which used to be a former Macy's and a Bamberger's. So it's a shame to see them both go, but what can you do?
In other news, in my opinion, I think this is very good news.
Wait, guys, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. My apologies, guys. I just had to fix something real quick. I wonder. Yeah. But it's a shame that Century's going out and Lord and Taylor's going out. Gap is going out. Hey, Chris, it's been a while. How have you been? I've been good, Matt. I've been trying to get to some Lord and Taylor's. I got the Quaker Bridge yesterday. Hi, Fantech 0104. How are you? I do have to get to downtown Westfield because that's that 1963 Burlington Dover oil hydraulic, which I know everybody wants me to film. Unfortunately, it's not the closest store. I mean, Quaker Bridge was pretty far too. So.
Guys, if there's one store out of all the stores in the world that you want your favorite elevator film or Chris to go to, where would you want him to go and why?
Wait. No, Gap is going to close stores in the next 4 years. Have you heard that if you Have you heard that you have to quarantine if you come to New York from New Jersey? No, let me see.
Is that true?
I don't know. I got to check that right now.
If that's true, I technically. Never mind.
I don't think you have to quarantine.
Ask him where he heard that from. I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. You definitely don't have to quarantine.
You sure?
No, you don't have to quarantine.
Wasn't I just in New York then?
Sparta?
Yeah.
No, that's not New York. No, you don't have to. No. They're urging people not to cross state lines. You don't have to quarantine because there's too many interconnections between state lines. It would literally cripple the economy. So, like, theoretically, right now, I could not travel to Roosevelt Field. I could, but I'm not going to because right now I can't because of the way. Yeah, no, that would. Yeah, no, you can't. It's just not possible to ask people from New York, from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut to quarantine for 14 days. It just doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion. Well, I heard. Target has been really. Yeah, Target has really been picking up a lot of stores, like a lot of Kmart and Sears stores. I don't know what's been going on with that recently.
Isn't that good? Target's expanding, or is that bad?
They're trying. They're going to ruin the old stores, but if it makes money for the property owner really doesn't care. I guess they care more about the profits.
Well, buddy, it's sad, but in this world, it's all about profits.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's not about old, new retail. It's mainly about if they can make profit off.
It's pretty much the property owners can make money. That's all. Fair Oaks, first, it used to be Wood, second, the elevators at Dover. Yes, I think that one and the downtown Westfield one, because the downtown Westfield location has a 1963 Burlington Dover, which was installed 4 years prior to the Ridgewood location being built. Hi, Elevators Rock On. How are you? Hello, Pascack Valley Line Trains. Is Hobby Lobby replacing Toys R Us in the one in Freehold? No. Macy's Roosevelt Field? I don't know. Interesting. I'm not looking to go to Roosevelt Field at the moment, and I can't either way because they're discouraging non-essential travel.
They're discouraging, but it's not like you're banned from doing it.
No, they're just discouraging it.
So that means you can still go.
Oh, yeah, no, I could go. I'm not choosing to go there. No, Macy's at Roosevelt Field is a high-performing store. They're not that store's not going anywhere.
Sure?
Yes, Ricky, Roosevelt Field is a high-performing mall. It's a very high-performing mall. It's pretty much like another Westfield Garden State Plaza.
Don't give me a little bit of attitude there. I know nothing about this. You know this. I know nothing about this kind of stuff.
Well, it's a high-performing mall, meaning it's a high-performing store.
So it's not going anywhere. Is that what you're saying? It's not going anywhere?
Yeah.
That stinks. That stinks. It's not going anywhere. Or is that a good thing?
That's a good thing. That's good for the mall. It's a high-performing store. It does really good. It does numbers for the company. Hi, Ultra Eric. How are you? Hello, Joe Lynch. Yeah, he can. It's not possible to do that. Do you know that the Pascack Valley line may shut down for good, I think, or temporarily? No. Because here's the thing. With the Pascack Valley line that's operated by New Jersey Transit, that would be an absolute
shit show?
Not shit show, but that's bad for people living in Bergen County. No, they can't. No, they're not going to. They might close off the stations that are not in New Jersey, but no, they won't shut the. They can't shut the whole Pascack Valley line down.
Why don't you check? Anything's possible. Think about what this country has.
Well, no, that's public transit. That's essential. That has to keep going for essential workers. They can't shut down public transit.
I'm saying, you never know.
No, but it's an essential service. They can't. It's just not physically possible.
Well, why don't you at least look it up, make sure his theory isn't incorrect? Are you checking?
Sorry, if I'm delaying, guys, my apologies. Do you Bed Bath and Beyond? Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond's closing Rockaway, Howell, and Tom's River, but all of it's market correction, which means there's other Bed Bath and Beyonds nearby, so it makes a lot of sense.
Did you look into it or no?
No, I've looked into that before. Already did. So I heard BJ's is taking over the Sears and Roebuck space at Willowbrook. It's not official yet. They're going to present it to the Wayne Planning Board on Monday, but if it does go through, it could be a game changer, I think, for the shopping mall. And it could be a good thing. You could have a Macy's, a Bloomingdale's, and a BJ's Wholesale Club. It would be an interesting anchor lineup, in my opinion. Thanks for laughing, Ricky. Real funny. But TCG Scorch asked, by the way, how are you, Ricky?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, okay. I guess Pennsylvania realized doing a quarantine on Delaware just wouldn't work since it's a neighboring state. Correct. And economic activity takes place between both states where they need people to go back and forth. Like, let's say the grocery stores in Pennsylvania and they live in a store. Yeah, no, it's just not possible if for bordering states. Yeah. Who else? God, wow, there's a lot of questions here. I heard that the former Babies R Us in New Jersey and Cherry Hill's a new retailer. Interesting. I worry more about what I'm doing in another state. Like, if it's not going somewhere at high risk of getting COVID, then I see no reason why I shouldn't go. King of Prussia is a high-performing mall. Yes, it is. It's got a Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus, and a Nordstrom. A Lord & Taylor that is liquidating. But yeah, King of Prussia is a high-performing mall. Walt Women's Shops is also a high-performing mall. Yep. You got a Macy's, you got a Saks Fifth Avenue, and you got a Bloomingdale's. That's a pretty high-performing mall in my opinion. But you do have a liquidating Lord & Taylor as well. But, you know, that can always be turned into some upscale retailers and like an urbanized food court on the top, kind of like what they did at the Westchester. Be a nice little thing to have on Long Island. No, Walt Women's Shops is more upscale than Roosevelt Field. Yes, Roosevelt Field is upscale, but it's not as upscale as Walt Whitman. But what's even more upscale than those two, Americana Manhasset and the Mall at Short Hills. The only difference is Americana Manhasset is on the outside, and the Mall at Short Hills has stores on the inside. But Manhasset is definitely a lot more upscale than Roosevelt Field, and probably about the same level as Walt Whitman. Yeah, that's interesting too. But I think it's far. But see, the thing is, most of New Jersey's economic activity takes place in the northern part of the state.
It does?
Yeah. In the southern part of the state, there's not a lot of economic activity. So they can ask people to quarantine for 14 days because there's not a lot of economic activity there, which makes sense, I guess. Yes, Ross Park Mall has a Macy's. I think it is a JCPenney and a Nordstrom. Any mall with a Nordstrom typically is a high-performing mall. But sadly, Freehold went from high-performing to now, it's in trouble just like Livingston. Well, Dave & Buster's might be looking to close Willowbrook. So if they were to take that over completely, I would say that all they'd have to do is knock the building down and rebuild it and just not have a mall entrance.
No, I love Dave & Buster's.
Well, I just saw on the NJ Warren notice that 107 people might be out of work.
Might.
No, they don't know, though.
It's not that for them. All right, let's start a Kickstarter to keep Dave & Buster's up.
No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, it would, no. It would just close off the Metro North. Like, it would run to, they would only run it to Montvale. But I'm guessing the trains would skip those 3 stations. Interesting. Yeah, Macy's could very well close the Poughkeepsie Galleria one too. It would be, but Wegmans already has a store in Montvale, so no.
Really?
Yeah, and Wayne is not exactly. I mean, there's nice parts of Wayne, and there's not so nice parts. You'd have to put it up like near like Wayne Hills, like that more northern area of Wayne. You could get away with the Wegmans, but the thing is, you already have one in Hanover and you have one in Montvale. Stu Leonard's wouldn't be a bad idea, but if Stu Leonard's really looking to expand right now, I don't know, honestly. Mm,
How many people we got?
I'm looking. It's going good, Gina. Thanks for asking.
How many people we got, Eunice?
17?
17?
Yeah.
Isn't that a new record?
No, the highest was like 22.
Damn, that is impressive.
It's really hard to film. Yeah. Well, security loves doing their rounds at Simon Malls, so. No, I don't think Dillage is looking to expand right now. I think a lot of the Lord & Taylor buildings are probably going to get redeveloped.
For anybody that's new to this, my name's Ricky, and I'm part of some of the live streams.
Target is coming to Times Square. I'm not surprised. Yeah, it is, but what can you do? Yeah, well, that made sense. I'm glad that they connected the plaza and the court because Simon realized we could get one big freaking mega mall, and they would mega mall.
You said Mecca.
It was Mecca. I meant to say mega. Yeah, mega mall. Pretty much connecting one big existing mall structure with one smaller mall structure. You get one big mega mall shopping center, the #1 shopping mall in the Philadelphia area. Yeah, upscale outlets though. Not upscale stores, but upscale outlets. So discounts more so than but it is an upscale outlet mall, you're right. Yeah, Roosevelt Field size is very comparable to Westfield Garden State Plaza. The only difference, one mall had a Lord & Taylor, the other didn't, but it did have a Lord & Taylor freestanding in Garden City. Obviously now both are liquidating. And Roosevelt Field, unlike Westfield Garden State Plaza, has a Bloomingdale's, but Bloomingdale's does have a store at the shops at Riverside. So there's one way you can slice and dice it with that. Hi, Lenny A03, how are you? Maybe. Or no, not at all. Hey, Chris, I was at Westfield Garden State Plaza, and they are doing work to the old JCPenney entrance on the second floor near the original California Pizza Kitchen. They are slowly making progress. Yeah, they're going to be putting a whole bunch of new stores in there. I'm looking forward to seeing that new expansion when it's done. Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond's closing 3 stores in New Jersey. Howell, Rockaway, and Tom's River. The Sears and Roebuck store is still in the one in Newport Center. Yep. It's the last space. It's the last store in Jersey. Tyson's Corner is very comparable to King of Prussia. Very comparable. It's also comparable to Westfield Garden State Plaza and Roosevelt Field. Not that much. I've been able to do live streams, but it's pretty good otherwise. No, it lasted for more than 10 years, but yeah, the mall at the Source is a very sad story. I mean, look, still has a no, it doesn't have a Nordstrom Rack. Sorry. It's going to have a Bloomingdale's furniture outlet. It does have a Dave & Buster's still, and it has a Cheesecake Factory. It doesn't have a P.F. Chang's anymore. That sadly closed. But a couple tenants, not too many, though. They could, but I don't know if they're looking to do that. Yeah, I don't really think Dillard's is looking to expand into the Northeast. Although with Lord & Taylor closing, it wouldn't be a bad idea. But the question is, are they looking to expand right now? Especially with the uncertainty of COVID right now. My day's been great, actually. I did a little shopping this afternoon, and I got a haircut and some lunch. A pretty good day overall.
Hey, what about me? We had.
Oh yeah, and of course I decided to stop in Ricky's house. So.
Oh, you've gained a lot of new subscribers, Chris. I don't recognize a lot of these names.
Yeah, I've been gaining momentum. Should Lego opt the release of the Lego Movie 3 Lego? I don't know yet about that.
I think so. What do you think, Chris? Chris?
What?
What do you think? I think the Lego 3 movie should come out.
Depends. It depends on what happens with the circumstances of COVID.
Now, what is Wait, that's a stupid question.
You don't know what COVID is?
I was about to ask.
It sounds like my friend over here has been living under a rock for the last 8 months, Ricky.
I'm just joking. I know what COVID is.
No, I know.
Dear Lord, it's the reason why I haven't been able to get out of my god dang house.
Oh man, that was bad. That was bad. I'm sorry, everybody. Anyways, let's get back to some talking here. Macy's in Manhasset is a high-performing store. Yeah, it does numbers. That store does numbers, and it's in a very good area too. Manhasset's a very upscale area. I drove.
Really?
Yeah, drove around with my friend with it. It was very upscale. Macy's at Exton Square Mall has an Otis Lexington. It is probably one of my favorite Macy's. That's good. Oh, good. Yeah, Stu Leonard's would really work in Wayne, I guess. Well, makes sense. They have lesser restrictions in Florida. Interesting. Because Macy's will be the only department store left in Miracle Mile in Manhasset, on the Miracle Mile in Manhasset after Lord & Taylor closes. It's still a high performer, though. And I'm sure with Lord & Taylor closing, Macy's will gain some customers. So it'll work for them. Hopefully not. Fantech 0104 says, hi, Ricky. It would be a huge loss. Companies like Brookfield, Simon, City Furniture, Nordstrom's, etc. really like photography. Yeah, Simon did tweak up their rules, so it's not like I'm breaking rules when filming there, because I'm not using it for commercial use. I'm using it for entertainment purposes.
That's going to be a problem later on, buddy.
What?
Think about it. Commercial use dictates that are using it to make a profit, right? Or something?
Yeah.
Once you hit 1,000 subscribers and you start making money, problem later on?
No, that's commercial use. Meaning, like, if you're trying to make an advertisement.
Oh.
Yeah, much different.
Never mind. Sorry, I'm not good with this stuff.
Which makes sense. That would only... I think they'll probably just be redeveloped. Well, I know the Westfield one they want to throw a nice wrecking ball at, which really disgusts me that the town wants to, the frickin' downtown wants to redevelop that building so badly. It's been sitting in that same exact spot as a Henning Company since 1963, which is just an absolute shame. I don't think so, too. Yes, JCPenney was inside. It was like around the mall, and now they're knocking it down. Why do you call every store Sears and Roebuck? Because that's the official company name. Hi, Michael. How are you? Yeah, I like the Cheesecake Factory, too. I know that Lord & Taylor, that became Dillard's in Louisville. Interesting. I think it closed last year. It's a little bit out of the way. No, there's already a Saks Fifth Avenue in Bala Cynwyd. Von Mauer and Dillard's, I don't think they're looking to expand to Pennsylvania. COVID has closed a lot of movie theaters, though. Most movie theaters have closed permanently in Westchester since they have not been allowed to open. Wow. Well, they were allowed to open yesterday, I believe, but capped at 25% capacity. And obviously, as everybody knows, you had to wear this the second you walked into the building, or like right before you walked in. So these were mandatory, even with the 25% capacity. I do no, because there's already one in Bala Cynwyd. They won't add Saks. Nope. There's already a Crate and Barrel in Paramus, and a Williams Sonoma's already at Riverside.
What about another Dave and Buster's? We could use one in this town.
We definitely need one in the county, but that's not the right mall for it. What they're probably going to do with the Century 21, I could honestly see Primark looking into going to Bergen Town Center, but I don't really know if they want to take over a former Century 21. Plus, they already do have it technically in Bergen County at American Dream, so I'm not really sure if they're looking to go up to Paramus yet, but it could happen down the road. Yes, it's used to be called Saks Fifth Avenue off Fifth. Now it's just called Saks off Fifth. I think it was very confusing. Like it was Saks Fifth Avenue off Fifth. Now it's just called Saks off Fifth. It just the wording of that brand just makes a lot more sense, in my opinion. Interesting. I stopped shopping in Macy's.
Why?
No, I'm saying someone's interesting. Joe said hi to Ricky. City Furniture.
Wait, what did they say about me?
They said hi.
How many people we got now?
13.
Oh, we lost 4 people.
Yeah. City Furniture has a long-time contract with ThyssenKrupp over about 25 years. They never let that. Wow, that's a long time, 25 years. What department stores does Smith Haven have? Macy's. Yeah, because it lost Sears right at the height of the pandemic, and JCPenney closed early back in summer of 2019. What department stores does Smith Haven have? Lord & Taylor and Manhasset would be demolished. No, they can't because that building is preserved. That was Lord & Taylor's third, I think second or third location outside of New York City. So no, that building will just be redeveloped into something else. LOL. Simon's no commercial use policy does not apply to us, although some security guards aren't aware and still question elevator filmers or tell them they can't film. Yeah. Fashion Center, no. Fashion Center is connected to an existing structure. It would harm the existing structure. So that will most likely be redeveloped and probably different stores will go in there.
Hey, I have a question, guys. If you guys just want
Hold
my
on.
answer.
I still got to read the chat, Ricky.
All right.
That's why most, if not all, furniture stores have ThyssenKrupp and Dover elevators. I went to the new Ledgewood Walmart Supercenter. Good experience, but I encountered male Karen in the parking lot. Interesting. A male Karen. Yeah, I know what that means, but I'm not getting into that.
What is that?
I would rather not discuss it.
Come on now, I'm curious, Chris. Come on.
Hold on 1 second. No, you can. It's just when you're not eating or drinking, the mask has to go back on. So when you're eating and drinking in the theater, you can take your mask off because you have to eat. You can't eat with a mask. That's a no-brainer. But when you're not eating, the mask has to go back on. No, I don't think so. Unless Saks gets a sweetheart deal to move there. Bala Cynwyd. I thought it was Bala Cynwyd because it has that silent C. Bala Cynwyd. Okay. Yeah, I'm not from the Philadelphia area, unfortunately.
I'm not either.
We're both not from the Philadelphia area.
Wait, where's Philadelphia?
Philadelphia is like South Jersey. It's like a long trip away. Target is getting across, Kenny. No, they won't be keeping. They won't be keeping the armors. No, the armor's gone and the Schindler MT is gone. I will definitely try to. Does Morris County have a Dave and Buster's? If not, they should open one in the former Sears. And Livingston's not exactly the decent spot for them to open up. I don't think.
Why not?
It's not. It's that mall's dying. I don't think a Dave and Buster's would be ideal. Maybe if you had a movie theater and maybe if you had like a supermarket, I'd say sure, but probably not.
I think it's a good idea.
I do Saks, Neiman, and Nordstrom's. Really interesting. Arhus is picky about where they go. Yeah, they don't have too many locations. They only have Riverside, Freehold, which I'm sure they're going to close that store any day. And I think they have one in Marlton Township, New Jersey, which is near Philadelphia.
And what store is that?
Arhus Furniture. It's a very upscale furniture store.
Is it a good furniture store?
Well, it's not like one where you get good prices, but it's like very upscale. Who said why? They want a store in Passaic County. That's why. Because that store in Riverdale, I believe, is in Sussex County. Yeah. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, the garbage can emoji. That is where Westfield Sunrise belongs.
That's kind of rude.
No, it's not. The mall's pretty much dead, and there's not much to do there. So movie theaters have the same rules like the dining rules in California. Sounds pretty similar. At least in restaurants around here, the mask can be off when you're seated at a table. Yeah, true. No, I don't think so. What is the number location? Which number location was Lord & Taylor Stanford outside of New York City? Not sure. People might go trick-or-treating during COVID and maybe film some elevators and apartment buildings during trick-or-treating. Interesting. I prefer Philly over New York City. It might be fun since I'm a 76ers and Philly Union fan. Interesting. Should take over the former Lord & Taylor's. No. What department stores does the shops at Nanuet had? Used to have a Macy's and used to have Sears. Sears closed earlier last year in 2019. Macy's closed in April of 2019. No, in New Jersey, you have to wear a mask when you're sitting in the theaters. Would Dave & Buster's looking? Depends on what is going on there. Well, then I bet Wexford is a very upscale area if they're there. Hi, Carlos loves elevators. How are you? Sorry, if I'm reading these comments late, that's my apologies. I'm just trying to make sure that we get to everybody's comment. Will COVID end before 2020 ends? Nope. As much as I hate to say that. Riverdale is in Morris County, LOL. Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't even know. Oh, wow, it's in Morris County? Oh, yeah. I guess that kind of makes sense. Me too. I do prefer Philadelphia. I think BJ's could come to Livingston Mall if it was redeveloped into a town center. Yeah, it could. Lord, I think there's already enough Nordstroms in Boston. So, all right, Ricky, what were you? Oh, that's okay. All right, good. I'm now officially caught up with everybody's comment. Is Toys R Us only eastern side? Yeah. Their only eastern side is Westfield. Have those certain type of restrictions for those people. Chris, I found out why American Dream must follow the blue laws. Why is that? I know they should have, but I guess it wasn't designated in time, and then Hudson Bay came in and they ruined it with the renovations.
How long's the shooting going on for?
Not sure. We got people.
Well, I'm just asking. Can you check?
We got 13. So
No. How long has it been going on for?
46 minutes.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see what other stores are closing in the meantime, since I'm caught up with everybody's comments now. Yeah, Barnes & Noble could close stores too down the road. I would imagine. Yeah, Target's with Schindler. Yeah, Target's probably taking up the first and second floors, and I think for the third floor, that'll be another tenant up there. I did, yes. Another great Bright Sun Films production. Of course. Yeah, another great Bright Sun Films production was Bankrupt Pier 1 Imports. I watched the whole thing yesterday. Absolutely phenomenal production.
What was it?
Bankrupt. It was just a history on Pier 1 Imports. Definitely liked
What the
it.
hell is a Pier 1 import?
It's a name of a store.
Oh.
Really liked the video. He really went into detail too. I want him to do Lord and Taylor. I want him to do that one and possibly Century 21, but I think more so Lord and Taylor just because of the history. Schindler over Kone. Kone makes not so great elevators. It was because Maria, the owner of Giants and Jets, the owners filed a joint lawsuit against American Dream in 2013, and the law part of a settlement was that. Oh, that makes sense. Well, that mall's fine then. At any Target stores. I don't think, yeah, it's probably not the thing there. Uses mad parts. Well, that's interesting. What else is here? So let's see. Yes, it is, especially Westfield Garden State, Roosevelt Field, King of Prussia, the Mall at Short Hills, and what's another important Neiman Marcus? Oh, the Westchester. Can't forget about the Westchester. Makes sense. But who knows what'll happen with all these department stores. So
they could all close.
Well, it's decisions that are made about certain locations. So
But how sad would you be if elevators? What are you gonna do when elevators become outdated?
They're not gonna become outdated.
You never know.
They just won't be there just won't be as many department stores down the road, which will be a shame. Yeah, Roosevelt Field is the 8th largest mall, and American Dream's second largest. No, I think that's just going to become part of the used car dealership, because that Century 21 in Westbury is part of a lot of used car dealerships around there. So I think they're just going to knock that building down at this point. Upscale malls will live. Neiman Marcus is closing the store at the Westchester. I don't think so. No, they didn't. It's not closing at the moment.
Well, Shaq.
It's not. I definitely know that it's not. They would have put something out by now. Yeah, no, Neiman Marcus is not closing. Chris, I might.
You might what?
I know. I got to get to the DreamWorks water park.
You should go to Florida. Get a few the Disney elevators. Maybe some
No.
Disney.
No, I want to go to the DreamWorks water park in American Dream
Why?
because it's a whole new water park experience.
I don't like water parks.
That would be like cool to see.
I think
It's kind of an mall. It does have a Macy's and J.C. Penney, so it's an okay place, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's an interesting Hain and Company store in Bridgewater. I thought no, it wasn't. It was a rumor, and then they're keeping it. Makes sense because they closed the Hudson Yards store. Chris, when I go to Legoland, New York, okay, I already answered that. Adventure has a lot of really nice elevators and 2 Macy's stores: Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, Louis Vuitton, Apple, and Zara. That makes sense. M Series downtown. Ricky, have you been to American Dream?
no.
He still has not been to American Dream yet. There's your answer. Merrick Park has Nordstrom's with 2 golden elevators. The only Nordstrom that's a golden elevator in New Jersey is Cherry Hill. Yeah, Nordstrom went all out on that elevator, which I still want to ride at some point, but I don't know. Nope, Saks Fifth Avenue is not opening up till next year at American Dream, but I will be visiting it once it does. Yeah, all H&M elevators are typically shiny. Oh yeah, Chris, the Macy's at Queen Center got modernized with Schindler. Yeah, I like to call that the Schindler surprise. They're showing up everywhere in a lot of Macy's stores. I'm not surprised about that either. Is the Walden Gallery in some semi-serious trouble? I know that Sears and Roebuck left the mall and Lord & Taylor will no longer exist on December 1st. Yeah, if it's losing Sears and Roebuck and Lord & Taylor, yeah, it's in a little bit of trouble. Sarah Jessica Parker visited American Dream 2 years ago. She visited her shoe store there and helped out the staff and met with fans. That is an executive that cares. That's a good thing, I guess. Bell Harbor and Merrick Park are some of the best malls in Florida. Interesting. You and Ricky should visit American Dream.
See? I knew your subscribers want me to go places with you.
Maybe one day. 3 more stores have big lifts. Kohl's in Clayton and Hollywood and Ashley Hyla. I get the joke about the Schindler. It's the Schindler surprises are showing up everywhere. It's just crazy. Months ago, I heard Ryder Group golf tournament is proposed until 2021. Makes sense. Yeah, it is a company thing, unfortunately. Nah, Lord & Taylor is, that is a freestanding store. You're absolutely right, Joe. That's a freestanding store. It's the only freestanding store in the state of Connecticut, believe it or not. Just like New Jersey has their only freestanding Lord & Taylor in downtown Westfield, New Jersey, which is the last Lord & Taylor that I have to get to. So, anyways, there's people talking, so not much I can really do about that, unfortunately. Yeah. Will the 1964 Otis Prelex and Abraham and Strauss Woolman shops get replaced with the Schindler 330A Innovation Bruiser? No. No, I don't think so. It would be interesting if it did. And I know a certain YouTube user wouldn't be too happy if his local Macy's got a Schindler surprise. And if anybody knows in that live stream who that certain YouTuber is, you could say his name right in the chat.
Wait, what YouTuber?
No, it's a local Macy's. If it gets a Schindler surprise, we all know a certain YouTuber who visits the mall frequently will not be very happy about the Schindler surprise.
What the hell's a Schindler surprise?
It's like a modded elevator that gets modernized unexpectedly. I miss going to the Lord & Taylor in Westfield when I lived in NJ. Yeah, it opened up as Hain & Company in 1963, and from what I heard, all the Lord & Taylor workers at Milburn, I think half of them went to Livingston, Lord and Taylor, and then the other half I think went to the downtown Westfield. Or it could have been the other way around, where it was a 25-75, but it could have been all of them went to Westfield, and maybe some of them went to Livingston. I don't exactly know the many numbers. This was like 30 years ago, like a very long time ago, so I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head. Also, in 1988, I wasn't around, sadly.
True. He wasn't. I'm actually older than him.
By a month. You weren't around in 1988.
You never know. Maybe I was.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. I will stop you right there.
I was.
You were not around in 1988. I heard Bayside Marketplace is evicting some stores. Yeah, another store closed at Riverside Smashburger, which I wasn't surprised that they left the mall. It wasn't the right mall for them to be in, and it makes sense. Smashburger isn't really exactly an upscale burger shop. It made sense for them to leave that. Why did Lord and Taylor leave Short Hills? Lord and Taylor left. It was Milburn, actually, but they left because of the Hain & Company. The Lord and Taylor when Lord and Taylor merged with Hain & Company, they closed the Milburn location because it was small, and they went into the Livingston Mall location in Livingston, New Jersey, and they've been there ever since. Well, now they're going to be closing, so yeah. Because I think that's the cheapest way to do it. Ricky, what game you playing?
Shadow and Mordor.
Shadow and Mordor. Not sure what that means. This is for my video of the elevator at Kohl's in Coral Square. I like everybody's interacting on the chat.
Come on, guys. Like, I'm going to promote again. We're so close to 900 subscribers. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Subscribe. Right, Chris?
Yeah, something like that. Whenever a supermarket wants to open where near a ShopRite is, ShopRite sues them. I don't like ShopRite for that. Listen, I mean, aside from BJ's Wholesale Club, ShopRite is another winner of the global pandemic, because ShopRite literally, you realize this, ShopRite never closed when government restrictions were put in place to close all non-essential retailers. They have pretty much been opened every day of the week. I mean, that is amazing of how they were able to stay open. I mean, they were an essential retailer, so that's what it was. ShopRite and Parsippany has stickers reading, "The use of cameras or video equipment is prohibited." That makes sense. No, Rego Park opened up again. Schindler, but I don't even know at this point. Ricky, if you didn't know about this, there was a Westinghouse that ultimately killed by Otis at Royal Park Royal Southern in West Vancouver, British Columbia. The old dry power motor is gone. Thanks for the information, Ultra Eric, but unfortunately, I don't think Ricky's really interested.
I'm interested. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Queens Center's opened. Great channel. I really enjoy your topics on retail. I wanted to open up a retail store in the late 1990s. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is on their website. That he's right about that.
Other news.
Dolphin Mall. What's up, Ricky?
I'm trying to think what's newer news. The election's coming up soon.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get political.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just...
Yeah, it is coming up.
Election's coming up.
Hopefully, make sure to vote if you're over the age of 18. That's what I'm going to leave it as. Did Century 21 close another store? I don't think so. Yeah, there's two examples of the Schindler H Express mod. One example is IKEA in Hicksville and IKEA in Elizabeth also got the Schindler Surprise. That's two examples of the Schindler H Express mod, or AKA the Schindler Surprise.
Giggity.
In Jacksonville, there is the Avenues has a huge Forever 21 with a really nice glass elevator in the middle. There are also 4 stores with Montgomery Vectors: Belk, Dillard's, J.C. Penney, and the former Sears. No, because IKEA already has 2 stores in New Jersey. They have one in Bergen County near the Westfield Garden State Plaza in Paramus, and they have one in Elizabeth down near the Mills of Jersey Gardens. No, I don't think so, because anybody in Morris County will just go to the one in Union County. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
He's got a point, guys.
Yeah, no. It's because you only really need 2 IKEAs in New Jersey. You don't need 3. And the reason why you actually do need 2 is because on Sundays, there's only 1 IKEA that's opened, and that's in Elizabeth. The Paramus location is not allowed to be open on a Monday due to the anonymous Bergen County Blue Laws, which requires all non-essential retailers to close on a Sunday unless either A, you are an essential retailer, or B, you're an entertainment venue, which you're allowed to be open up on a Sunday if you are, or a restaurant, of course, whether it's for takeout, indoor, or outdoor dining. I don't think so. It's not a good enough market for them. I think Texas has like 5 IKEAs. That's because Texas has several different metropolitan areas. You got Houston, you got Dallas, you got Austin, you got San Antonio. So that makes a lot of sense for them to have 5 IKEAs down there. Should Saks Fifth Avenue open at the Montgomery Mall? Nope.
Yes.
Nope. It's not an upscale mall enough for them. They want to be somewhere where it's upscale. Bridgewater Commons is a great example of that because there's upscale stores there. You got a Macy's and a Bloomingdale's, and Saks Fifth Avenue would really complement in the former space where Lord & Taylor used to be sat. Oh, I don't like the Blue Laws either. I've never been a fan of the Blue Laws at all. I do not approve of them. Whenever that's on the ballot, I'll be voting to repeal them. The origins came from, I think it was like a Christian-like, and they wanted on Sundays to observe the day. I don't really go to church. I'm gonna admit that on the live stream. I really don't go that much.
Yeah, you mean you don't really go at all?
No, I go during the holidays, but I don't go like during the year. I never go to church.
I don't know about that one.
But I go during like the holidays. So, no, King of Prussia has the Saks. There's Bala Kinwood. The Christian origins. Excuse me. Yeah, mostly in South Jersey and somewhere near Trenton. Makes sense. There's a good market for an IKEA there. Plus, their Brooklyn store does numbers, so that makes sense. Broadway, yeah, that mall's in trouble. It's in trouble. The movie theater's opened, but round 1 can't open, so. So, yeah. Dover and ThyssenKrupp merged. Have you gotten the coronavirus? No. One of my family members, though, I think tested positive for the antibodies, which is a good thing. You need to have other specialty shops like Amarni, Burberry's, and I think Bridgewater has a Burberry, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And it has a Pottery Barn, so I think it would fit well there. If you were the Bergen County executive, how would you do your Blue Laws reform? Put it on the ballot. See what the public thinks. Yeah, well, New Jersey used to have two. We lost Riverside in 2014, and then Short Hills closed in 2016. So we're still waiting on American Dream. Which IKEA store in New Jersey would do better, the one near Westfield Garden State Plaza or the one at the Elizabeth 13A Center? The Paramus one, I think, is the better one for them. The reason, Paramus is already a huge retail area, and that store does numbers for them, and I think they're very happy with the store. I think what's it called? Yeah, Elizabeth, I think, still does well considering the market that it's in. But the thing is, it's not as a profitable store than, say, Paramus. But it still does well because the fact that it's opened up 7 days a week. It's the only IKEA store in New Jersey that can open on Sunday. Most metro areas, yeah, they can only handle 1 or 2. Sometimes 3, depending on how big the metropolitan area is. What happened to Things Remembered? Bankrupt. Target and IKEA don't need them all at all. Agreed. Are you a marketing major? No, but I am taking a marketing class. South Jersey people, probably, yeah, most likely. Most likely. I absolutely agree with you, Stefan Prescott. They definitely need to go. And I don't know what's holding them up, honestly. They really should. I mean, but sadly, the people that are in power are from that area. And until they're no longer in power, we cannot get rid of the Blue Laws. Really? Paramus is the second largest IKEA in the world? Interesting. I don't remember you. Maybe, but there's already a Saks in Greenwich, so I don't think so. I don't think they're leaving the Westchester. It's a very upscale area, and I don't think they want to leave that. And think about it, they closed the one in Hudson Yards. So why would they want to all of a sudden leave that other particular spot? I'm not a politician, but thanks. Yeah, sadly, Neiman Marcus is just Neiman Marcus last call is done at this point. There's only 2 left, and now they're just doing full price. Because of Saks Fifth Avenue or Hudson Bay's great contract with Kone. That's why it got monitored. Oh, and by the way, if anybody didn't see the poll, I'm actually going to put the poll in the chat right now.
What's the poll? I don't know about this poll. I know you started one.
Yeah, I know. The poll's from yesterday.
Yeah, what's the poll?
To go to a Lord and Taylor. Hold on. I have to get the poll. The poll. If anybody did not vote in the poll from yesterday, make sure to click on, make sure to copy and paste the link and go ahead and vote in the poll of whether deciding I should go to that Lord and Taylor store or not. No, All Fifth is still around. I've heard about 9/11. But we need to get some successful stores in the small so that it won't die. That's what I would do. Schindler MTs were discontinued in the early 2000s, and now they're just making HTs and different MRL elevators. That's pretty much it on that one. So. Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, if anybody, make sure to vote in the poll, and definitely, definitely make sure to vote in the poll if you didn't vote now. What was Flight 93 target? I'm not sure. How is Ian? Ian is doing well. He's doing well. Thanks for asking.
I know about Ian.
Yeah, because me and him did 2 store tours together. That's how they know about him.
Oh, that was interesting. I didn't think they knew about him.
Yeah, they do. No, Westfield has an exclusive contract with Kone, unless that contract has changed. But I think it is still with Kone. Oh, yeah, that's a 9/11 reference. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
I don't care.
Okay, we're still going to keep going, guys. We're not going anywhere yet. Oh, you're leaving the Elevators of Steel City by Otis Elevator Fan 02? 102? Okay. Have you ever heard of Mermaids? That's that Midwestern home improvement company, unlike IKEA. Makes sense. If you were in charge of Westfield Group, how would you manage it? First, I would say bye-bye to the Kone contract and maybe shoot for something that's like an Otis Schindler or ThyssenKrupp. But we all know that Westfield has their minds on Kone, so oh well. Ricky does not know about the Schindler M series.
Oh, you can ask me. I can always give my opinion on it.
Yes, I know about those meals at McDonald's. I would rather not discuss them in this live stream.
What are they called?
The celebrity meals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? Astro World Burgers.
I'd rather not discuss it in this live stream. Thanks, though. I do know about them. I'm well aware of them. Thank you for what's it called? Letting me know. But I am well aware of them. That's probably what they have their contract with. Yeah, interesting marketing campaigns by McDonald's, but I guess they wanted to do it to get their stock up. I'm not really interested in that, but I guess it's cool for those people. So, anyways, yeah, I also got a nice haircut today too. I don't know if you guys noticed, got a really nice haircut. Whoever cut my hair today did a fantastic job. I know when I need a haircut, and I needed one badly. So I'm glad I got mine today. No, I don't think so. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thank you. Okay, bye, Dylan D. Jesus. Thanks for joining. McDonald's wasn't struggling or anything. No, they weren't. I mean, you could say that to somebody else, but no. In my opinion, McDonald's was not struggling. McDonald's
either. Burger King's doing well. All those fast food.
Yeah, because think about it. They're essential fast food places. They have to stay open because they can serve customers through the drive-thru because it's grab and go. They didn't have to close, unlike Lord and Taylor and Century 21. Yeah, I guess your friend from Utah was real shocked to hear about the blue laws. Why does Felicio love West Farm so much? The Taubman architecture of the mall. He actually likes Short Hills a lot more, though. He still does like West Farms, but the mall at Short Hills is his favorite Taubman Mall. It's one of his. It's the beauty of the architecture too. I guess the building needed to do that too. Oh yeah, no, they're doing well. The McDonald's is doing well too. The building structure was probably getting old, and they just needed to build a new one. I'm surprised TikTok did not get banned. Yeah, I'm surprised too. It really should have. I think TikTok is stupid in my opinion. Just my opinion. I've never set up a TikTok account. I think it's just a stupid app.
I was thinking about setting one up.
It's not really my kind of thing. It's like, I don't really know. I'm not quite ready for TikTok just yet. I agree about Short Hills. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, compared to Westfield Garden State Plaza and American Dream, I think Short Hills has some of the best architecture in the mall. It has a great feel, and it really does feel like an upscale mall, honestly. Look, don't get me wrong. The Shops Riverside is nice, but Short Hills just has more of that great mall feel, and I prefer that because you got Macy's, you got Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, and a whole bunch of upscale tenants throughout the center. The Cheesecake Factory, Legal Seafoods, Apple. I'm sure Zara is going to look to opening there because now they can open up in a beautiful spot that where the former Forever 21 is. They could just bam, they can throw in a Zara or a Zara right in there. Yeah, we do. I have one Burger King that's nearby me, but I could see one of them going down the road. Oh, since 2017. I've been following it for a while now, so. That was a very. Why did the elevator? Probably because it was old and they needed to modernize it. It's such strange that Marshall's at the outlets of Town Center has a Schindler MT restored with 17 shines before it was decommissioned. Yeah, that was not a great Schindler. That I'm sorry, that needed to go. That was a junky Schindler MT. But unfortunately, with the junky Schindler MT, that meant bye-bye to the Westinghouse. But in the end, we got two beautiful new ThyssenKrupps to replace them. Coplay Place is the best in Boston. Interesting. Really? Well, I'm not surprised. And it's probably one of Taubman's, it's probably the flagship Taubman Mall property. And I'm very lucky to have it in New Jersey because there's not too many other Taubman properties like that. Stanford Town Center just got sold and West Farms is kind of eh. So I'm happy to know that New Jersey has the best Taubman Mall. And not only that, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Simon and Taubman merger didn't go through, which I was absolutely jumping for joy. If it was one good thing that came out of this pandemic was that merger, because guess what? Simon would have ruined everything in that shopping mall. Oh, that makes sense. Well, that's from your perspective, and I respect that. Really? I did not know that. Yeah, Ross Park is the best in the mall. I don't think Burger King will go bankrupt. They'll just have to change the way that they do business. So, wow, it's a lot to explain. It's not far from World Trade Center. TWA 800? No, I don't. That's probably a flight. Because Taubman is known for being in charge of upscale malls. What would happen if Macy's decides to leave the Mall of America? Would it be game over for that mall? No, because I think it still has a Nordstrom, I believe. Interesting. Oh, that was when the Boeing 747-100 crashed. Ouch. That stinks. Yeah, I mean, look, Westfield Garden State Plaza gets the job done. I'm not going to say it's a horrible mall, but it gets the job done, and I think it does serve the area. It does serve my area well. But Ruby Tuesday filed for bankruptcy. The closest Ruby Tuesday to me is like down in Elizabeth, near the IKEA in Elizabeth. I could go there tomorrow theoretically if I really wanted to, but I don't think I'm going there tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Friendlies either. That's another really rundown chain. Them and Ruby Tuesday. Rockaway, no. Lost its Sears earlier last month, and it's supposed to be losing its Lord and Taylor by December. My uncle used to spend time with me at Westfield Garden State Plaza as well, so I have a lot of good memories there. That's nice. That's a nice way to have good memories there. I know Ruby Tuesday used to be at Westfield Garden State Plaza. That was the only one in Bergen County. But guess what? We lost our Ruby Tuesday. So the closest Ruby Tuesday now is like down in Elizabeth. But at this point, I think Ruby Tuesday is done. As much as I hate to say that. Will you be getting the PS5 or the Xbox Series X? I'm not as big of a gamer anymore because I take school seriously and I do schoolwork. And I go to different places nowadays, so I try to travel and get out and have some fun. But I think my friend over here who's playing some video games is probably going to get an Xbox Series X, most likely. So, unfortunately, due to COVID, high school cannot cheer at out-of-town games. Well, that would make sense. Dolphin Mills, even though it's not a Simon Mills Center, there are no major department stores. That makes sense. Woodbridge Center, I think. Woodbridge Center, because that elevator's used to be a Montgomery Global parallelogram. That would be more of a loss. I don't know if JCPenney is closing more. I don't think they're closing more stores right now. I think right now it's going to be key to get them out of bankruptcy before the holidays, and then we'll see what happens next year. Interesting. Quite interesting. Montgomery A series. Oh yeah, I guess then both are a loss. Have you been to Wegmans at Woodbridge Center? No, I have not. I haven't really had time to go there. It's kind of it's really nothing special. I mean, it's just I think at this point the concept is going to be dead. As much as I hate to say that, cool concept, but just not the right way to have the brand. We don't know yet. We don't predict the future. John C., it's real interesting that you say that because guess what? The Zara at American Dream is an Otis Hydrofit. From what I think, I'm guessing for that area, Otis was the lowest bidder and Zara just installed it, which is very interesting considering Zara's huge history with Schindler installations, which makes sense. Yeah, it has a bank of two. From what I can remember, it's a bank of two gold Schindler HT 330As. And Giltner Mills Valley reads. I'm not sure yet.
Well, we got a decent community on the page right now.
What do you mean?
We got a decent amount of people on the page right now.
Okay. Also, racetrack style layout malls. Yeah, Freehold would be a racetrack style layout, I think. That was probably installed by the property owner with that one. American Dream, I think it was lowest bidder. Could be the same thing too for Park Meadows, but who knows? Yeah, but it's not. Sadly, I think Hull is it's interested. Yeah, but that's still a very long way away, unfortunately. And everybody knows that the vaccine is going to be mandatory for everybody to get. No, no. And you know, it's real interesting. J.C. Penney opened up at Kings Plaza in 2018, and now not less than 3 years closed. Like, I think the most shortest lived department store ever was the Neiman Marcus store at the Hudson Yards shopping complex. That only lasted 16 months. 16 months.
What, did they just not have enough business?
No, I okay, getting back to that. Yeah, so the Neiman Marcus was there for 16 months. But I guess Neiman Marcus didn't count on a global pandemic to literally say, "Listen, we got to close this store." Interesting. But like I said, we need to get the vaccine fast before the COVID is getting worse. Yeah. However, it is a new concept called Market by Macy's. Yeah, and that's a 1-4 concept, I believe. I almost got stuck on one elevator. I think it was at Bloomingdale's Furniture, Roosevelt Field. Hell, everybody's on this stream. I know. I want to keep going for y'all. Oh. Oh. I'm happy that Simon and Brookfield are buying JCPenney. They should be better than in the past. Yeah, it was Broadway Commons because of the door issues causing to nudge. Interesting. Used to work for Neiman Marcus, and he left because of employee relations. Interesting. That's probably why they don't open up there. A lot of companies are opening stores still now. 16 months. Yeah, only 16 months there. So. H&M and Harbor Place, Baltimore is ThyssenKrupp instead of an HG338. Did you know that? No, I did not. It's probably probably the contractor of that property or lowest bidder, of course. So, anyways, so what I will do. Let's see. Hopefully. So, oh, that makes sense. Hi, how are you? Link is not working. Try and highlight the link and then paste it into your search engine. So, What? No, hide. Okay. So make sure to copy and paste the link. I told him about Sunrise Mall redevelopment. He told me he made sure to. Okay, that's good. So try the link again. VPN, I'm not sure. I'm more of a Mac user, but thanks.
Are you gonna keep it going? I'm assuming.
We might wrap it up.
Why? We're doing fine.
We're down to 11, so
11's still a lot of people, buddy. I say once it gets down to like 2 or 3 people, then you stop.
I don't know. I voted. Since Schindler's Surprise is not sure yet, can't predict that unfortunately, but it could happen.
All right, buddy. I want to use my computer. Can you move over there?
I'll just end the live stream. It's fine. I'll end it. We're down to 10. So, all right,
everyone. That is it for
That's
today's
it
Q&A
for
live stream.
number
See you guys
80.
next time.
All right, I'll wrap this up quick. All right, Chris, when you will be returning to American Dream? Not sure yet, but the next place I'm getting to is downtown Westfield at some point. Ricky, I just have to wrap up the live stream.
All right.
They better not hit West Park Mall to Westinghouse in 1986. That'll be a Canton pump. All right, everybody. I want to wish you guys not sorry. Let me try that again. Everybody, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching the live stream. I had lots of fun. I hope I was able to answer everybody's questions and give people some references. So we got a couple more videos coming up, some videos tomorrow, next week, a bunch of videos the week after, and then I'm getting to my final Lord & Taylor location either, if not tomorrow, within the next 2 weeks or so. Thank you guys so much for watching Q&A live stream number 81. Everybody have a wonderful Saturday, and that will be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that will be it.
See you guys next time on